Learning should never be stopped, or learning should never be a difficult thing for you. Learning should be effective, efficient, and productive. Without a smarter way of learning things, learning becomes a boredom and learning becomes a difficult challenge. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Siddharth World, and it is 1401, which is 2 o'clock 1401, and today we are going to talk about how learning can be a productive and effective way, and how you can learn anything and everything in a quickest possible way. That is our productive information for today's session. And today I'm going to give you a very important aspect of learning. See, learning is very much fun, learning is very much energetic. How? Learning gives you an abundant amount of knowledge. Learning makes your thought process broader. Learning brings more skill, more intellectual to you. Learning gives you a wider perspective of understanding things from 360-degree view. Learning helps you in attaining the maximum possibility of challenges that you face in your life. Smart learning, but with efficiency, makes it better for you. Why? See, smart learning is very important, because smart learning does not mean that you only focus on technology. Smart learning does not mean that you won't refer books or you don't refer to the journals, publications, materials, and all. Smarter way of learning means cover the same amount of knowledge within a stipulated amount of time, which means you are covering exactly the same amount of syllabus that you want to cover, but you are covering in a more planned way of completing it by breaking down into small pieces and covering it up within the assigned time limits. That is one aspect of completing. Second way is, while you are learning, you are simultaneously pointing out the important points in a bullet, so that later you can elaborate it in the form of notes. Third important thing, you can focus either on traditional way of putting down the notes or digitally. Now, digitally does not mean that if you don't have a tablet with a stylus, or if you don't have an iPad, or if you don't have a touchscreen laptop, or you don't have any digital pen, you cannot take notes. You can certainly take notes, although it might face a bit challenging, but you can still include the graphs and all everything. What you can do is, all the text part, type it up, put it in the folder, share, get the same application shared in your laptop, create the graphics and bring it that graphics and put it here. Even if you can type faster, type it up the whole notes and in the particular section, and then include the graphs. Search for copyright free graphs available on internet, take it up, put it up in the document and save the document. So what you have done is, instead of you drawing the whole thing, you have taken the drawing and you have included in your work. That is a smarter way. And it's a smarter way of doing the work. If you are someone who loves handwritten notes, who loves to write piles of pages of notes, and believes that handwritten notes remembers faster than digital notes. That is absolutely true. Handwritten notes are always remembered and always kept up to the mind. So in that case, what you can do is you can always use uh, 2 3 color pens like blue, black, red. That is the universal thing. Blue and black for heading, red is there. Or you can rather use a black pen for writing so that you don't face the color change difference. And you can keep for headings and all, which is an absolute way. Green and red probably you can keep for making some pinpoints to the graph that you are doing. And you can always use an highlighter to highlight the important lines or important words in the notes, which will be like saved. And you can keep for headings and all, which is an absolute way. Green and red probably you can keep for making some pinpoints to the graph that you are doing. And you can always use an highlighter to highlight the important lines or important words in the notes, which will be like saved. This you will say it's okay. This is basically when you are reading something which is non-technical in nature or something. What happens if something technical you're learning? For example, you're learning a computer programming. Like for example, let's give me an example of Python. So you are learning Python and you have the document already written by someone. Why you have to write that document? The point is, when somebody has already written the script, take the help of it, but practice in the system. So in that case, your notes becomes your practical notes, not your theoretical notes, which means you're not writing what is an array, how is an array works. Well, so to continue by, so you have two perspectives. One where you are reading a book or you are reading some technical material, some theoretical material, you are making a notes which is easy. When the same thing you are doing with a practical subject like Python or any coding language, the easiest thing is you don't have to write each and every script or each and every page of that. The help material is completely written and is available. You want, save it in the form of a PDF or just go to that link and look out for that specific section and then take the help, put it up. Do with technical notes, which is very easy in case of data science professionals or in case of any Python learning professional or anybody. You can always type the whole script and then you can always type the code in the next section. So you can read and you can type. The better way of handling it, understanding the concept. See, writing pages of notes ultimately will not take you to a point where you will be called as a perfect professional as long as you don't have the technical knowledge and technical skills. So in order for you to build up the whole thing, all you will have to do is get the technical aspect stronger.